In April 1912, the RMS Titanic sank in the North Atlantic Ocean following a collision with an iceberg. Along with 1,500 passengers and crew who died, many items went down with the White Star Line vessel. One of them was a 1912 Renault Type CB Coupé de Ville automobile. The car was owned by passenger William Carter, who was traveling around Europe with his family. Unlike the automobile, the Carters survived the sinking, and their lives were ruined following the tragedy. 3 years later, a similar situation occurred when 9 Trumbull cycle cars sank underneath the Celtic Sea with the Cunard liner Lusitania after she was struck by a German torpedo. Of course, we all know the sinking, but what we don't know is the story of the man who founded the company, who made the cars, and what happened to him following the sinking. Issac Trumbull was born on the 4th of November 1882 in Connecticut, USA. There isn't much information on him, but it is believed that in 1910, Trumbull was working as a secretary for an electric lighting company. A year later, he organized the Connecticut Electric Company, and in 1913, he, along with his brother, Alexander, bought the American Cycle Car Company, and by January 1914, it was renamed the Trumbull Motor Car Company. The company was known for making 2 different models, a 2-passenger roadster and a 2-passenger sedan, with prices ranging from $475 to $600. However, both models had 4-cylinder engines with a side valve inline 4-cylinder with 86.4 cubic inches that developed 14 to 18 horsepower and could reach a top speed of 50 miles an hour. In late spring 1915, Trumbull was planning to travel to England on electrical business. This was true as he was hoping to arrive in the UK to negotiate a contract for 300 Trumbull motor cars. It is also believed that along with the deal, the company were to export 1,500 cars to Europe and Australia. As well as Trumbull, the Lusitania carried 9 Trumbulls in its cargo hold. Trumbull was lost in the sinking, but his body was recovered and identified. It was taken back to New York, addressed to care of Trumbull Auto Company, Bridgeport, Connecticut. No claim was put forward for the value of the Trumbulls. In response to the disaster, Trumbull's brother, President John H. Trumbull, announced that the company was considering manufacturing rifles and other munitions of war for the Allies, to avenge the death of his brother as the sinking was deliberate murder by the Germans. Sadly, the Trumbull Motor Car Company closed in November. After the First World War, under the Treaty of Berlin, which was a document that Germany and the US signed to restore friendly relations, the German government had to pay $75,000 to the US government on behalf of the Trumbull family. Over a century later, in 2022, the 5 surviving Trumbulls were on display at the Kingberg pre-war Concours d'Elegance. No record of them has been documented since then.